Donald Trump, the felon, should be convicted of murder. Never mind all his other criminal offences, paedophilia, rape, corruption, fraud, no, murder. At the very least, manslaughter. But you see, that's never gonna happen. MAGA, they cheer him, they do, from the sidelines. It's like a local hanging, you know. Keep the villagers happy. In this case, the MAGA. They like to hear of individuals dying in detention centres, including this 75-year-old. But why are we surprised?
Folks, remember how I tell you to be mad, be outraged, demand accountability? Here's another one. Check out this headline. Cuban man who lived in the U.S. for 60 years dies in ICE detention in Miami. According to the Miami Herald, his name was Isidro Perez, age 75, came to the United States from Cuba nearly 6 decades ago. 6 decades ago. Spends 3 weeks in immigration detention, courtesy of ICE and the Trump administration, and ends up dead. Isidro was arrested on June 5th by ICE during a, quote, law enforcement action in Key Largo. He was being held at the Chrome Detention Center in Southwest Miami-Dade. He was, quote, ineligible to stay in the United States. Why? What did he do that was so bad that he had to be rounded up and then he ended up dead? Well, Isidro Perez apparently had been convicted in the early 1980s of 2 federal convictions for possession of a controlled substance. You heard me correctly. Early 1980s, Isidro was convicted for possession of a controlled substance. And according to the government's press release on this, no other arrest history since then. So the man had not been arrested since the early 80s. And at age 75, the Trump administration thought it was appropriate to round him up, put him into ICE custody, and he ended up dead. So there have been 10 people who have died in ICE custody since January of 2025. 3 in Florida had been at Chrome, 1 at Broward Transitional Center, and 1 at the Federal Detention Center in Miami. Oh, that 49-year-old Canadian man named Johnny Noviello found unresponsive and then later died. He was also in ICE custody. Isidro, like I said, the 5th person to die in ICE custody in Florida this year. Medical examiners have ruled 2 deaths in January and February to be from natural causes, but a Miami Herald article revealed evidence of substandard or delayed medical care. This is unbelievable. So the Trump administration swore that they were going after all the violent criminals, and yet what have we seen? We've seen footage across the country. They're going to the Home Depots, the churches, the workplaces, the farms, the restaurants. I mean, the hotels are going to foster care now. They are going to round up people indiscriminately. Why? Because they see somebody and they're like, oh, look, he's brown. She's brown. They must be an illegal. That's what they think about the value of your life is. You don't believe me? Listen to Tom Homan, acting ICE director Tom Homan, responding to the media questions about Isidro Perez's death, said, quote, I mean, people die in ICE custody, end quote. That's what they think about you. Like I said, be mad, be outraged, demand accountability, because this is not who we are. Came to the United States from Cuba.
What can I say? It's not surprising when I hear Tom Homan speaking at, a big, beautiful Bill event where he's getting all hot and fuzzy under the collar and all that. It's like he's in his pants, if you know what I mean. Oh, it's a crikey, that's a fault. Maybe that's the reason why his missus has, left him. Well, he says it's because he's getting death threats, but she's probably rubbing her hands together. Thank God for that. Oh, get out, that old fecker. Can't stand him, she says. Well, Tom Homan, he can't help himself. He is an absolute he is. Yeah,
well, look, I think this issue of the big, beautiful bill should be nonpartisan.
More money to hurt.
I don't know what the hell's the matter with everybody up in Congress? People are dying every day.
Yeah, because you're killing them.
ICE is arresting 3 times as many criminals that the Biden administration did. We're taking public safety threats and national security threats off the street every single day. We got over 600,000 illegal aliens with criminal histories walking the streets of this country. We got less than 5,000 deportation officers. This should be a no-brainer. The more resources we get, if we get this bill passed, we got more agents on the road.
Exactly. That's very true. It's in the bill. More agents, more people apprehended for just existing, or the fact they might have a brown face, then dying in custody, in a detention centre, for possible crimes they may have committed 30-odd years ago, plus low-level crimes. But people have been apprehended by ICE who are not even criminals of any kind of, well, apart from the fact that they might be undocumented, but that doesn't make you a criminal. It's not illegal. You're not illegal for being undocumented. You're just a migrant. That's all you are. And a human being, let's be fair. Unlike Tom Homan, because he is scum. Absolute scum. And I hope that feckin' bee stings him again. That's why he can't speak at all. I gather that's what's caused it. And it's like a crack. He's like he's got a golf ball in his mouth or something. He's been playing golf, and Donald Trump ain't that great, is he? No. I just find it all it's sad. Let's be honest about this. This will, this desire to hurt ordinary people trying to get by. For what? For their ego? They are the worst of the worst. Evangelicals, you know. Pro-life. Oh my, give me a feckin' break. They pumped a woman full of fucking chemicals just so they can, try and keep her alive. To, a dead woman, keep her baby alive until they come to terms. And then it was, well, don't be funny there to cut her out cut the fetus out because their body was rotting. It's the kind of bloody place you're living in the United States. These people are just insane. They really are. They're insane psychopaths. Donald Trump is an insane psychopath. There ain't no other explanation for it. There really isn't. I just realised my shirt is all undone. Oh, ain't you lucky? Oh, dear. You don't have to trim that, It's just, it gets out of hand, it does, It's all wiry and that, you'll see my back. Can't reach that. Anyway. It's time for me to go, but please, 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 boot the old like button. And I would like to know what you think about all this. What's going on in these detention centres? The fact that there are copycat ICE out there as well. How can you tell? No one's got any identification, whether they are the real ones or whether they are not. Women have been abducted and raped. For Christ's sake. How is this okay? People dying in custody. How is that okay? There's been reports of there being overcrowding, people trying to kill themselves, suicides, and death. If that's okay with you, that sits well with you, well then you don't feckin' well deserve the air that you breathe. I was about to say something I shouldn't say on there, but there you go. Anyway, please beat the like button and maybe subscribe to the channel, little bell icon, because then you get one fuzzy feeling in your pocket every time. I'm so angry with it. Just angry. I'm disappointed in the lack of humanity. The lack of humanity. How is this okay? Leave that in the comments down below, please. Explain it to me. Evil bastards. Sorry, just say it as I say it. Doodaloo.